દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
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 ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા 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 ભગવાનના असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना 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 असीम जय जयकार।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
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 दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो। जय सच्चिदानंद। थैंक यू
जय
everyone.
सच्चिदानंद, जय
जय सच्चिदानंद
सच्चिदानंद
दीपकान जी।
दीपकानंद जी, ललिता बेन, कश्यपा।
जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय
Okay,
सच्चिदानंद।
can you please do three mantra?
Yeah. जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय सच्चिदानंद।
नमो वितरागाय।
नमो वितरकाय।
काय
नमो वरिहंताणं।
नमो
नमो
अरिहंताणं।
अरिहंताणं।
नमो सिद्धाणं।
नमो
नमो सिद्धाणं।
सिद्धाणं।
नमो आयरीयाणं।
नमो
नमो आयर्याणं।
आर्याणं।
नमो वज्रायाणं।
नमो वज्रायाणं।
नमो लोसवसाहुणं।
नमो
नमो
लोये सव साहुणं।
साहुणम्।
ऐसो पंचनमुखारो।
ऐसो
ऐसो
पंचनमुखारो।
पंचनमुखारो।
सर्वपावप्रणाशनो।
सर्व
सर्वपाप
पावपणासनो।
मङ्गलानं च सर्वेषां।
मङ्गलानं च सर्वेषां।
परमं हवै मङ्गलम्।
परमं हवै मङ्गलम्।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो
नमो भगवते
शिवाय।
वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमः शिवाय।
ओम
ओम
नमः
नमः
शिवाय।
नमः
शिवाय।
शिवाय।
जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय
जय
सच्चिदानंद।
Jai Satchidanand Mahatma.
Yes,
So last Sunday where we left it was still continue our Shambhav Nikal. No. Shambhav Nikal, looking at our own prakruti and see how it reacts in different situations. Anybody share an experience? Any questions?
Yeah, I
Okay,
have some
Deepakanandji, you've
questions.
been away for a month. So how did you observe your prakruti? You hop from here to there to here.
Yeah,
Then we'll take Kashyap.
first of them, one thing is that
Okay, I'll take it up.
we could be studying, we could be reading, we could be analyzing, but when we come across people one to one, then that situation is absolutely unique and a perfect health experiment for your testing. Whatever you have learned, whatever you have understood, and whatever you have read and whatnot. So it's an opportunity for you to live the principle what you have learned, heard, studied, analyzed until now. And when that happens, it is excellent. One thing is there. Am I able to accept those uncertainties when we go out? Because then all uncertainties are always there. You will not get things what you normally get at home or at one place where you're not moving around anywhere. And this is how you come across these situations, and I believe all such movements, they really make you strong, firm, vigilant, and your experience definitely grows. So one, I have heard that someone who travels more, his experience is really good. And apart from that, with the vision what we have acquired from Dada Bhagwan, and with that vision working very well all the time, it really helps us understand and live Dada. And I believe when you understand Dada, when you live Dada, then you become Dada. But that becoming Dada it's not like becoming someone, but then your individuality vanishes and you live as per your surrounding, and you also feel it. Yeah, most of the time what happens, we want others to follow you. But these are the opportunities we get to follow others, to follow the situation. And I believe it is a real challenge and a good test for ourselves. So this is what I am able to understand Dada better, and my next goal is always there, that now where? And I have been telling people that I'm looking after someone who can manage me, Deepakanand. I understand that we have our manager of cosmic universal power, Vyavasthit Shakti, but then some limit is necessary so that, you know, instrumentally someone is arranging, so then I feel that I'm not getting carried away by my likes and dislikes. That is, we are very selfish. We want things to be done our way only. So this is how, in fact, this program was absolutely unscheduled. I had just left. First destination was confirmed next destination wasn't confirmed. And I was open. I really didn't know where I'll be going next, whether Chennai or somewhere else, because I was not getting the ticket for Chennai, but I got it for Bangalore. So I went to Bangalore. In fact, during those 1 or 2 days only, the program was decided, and they said, okay, come over. And that's how I went to Bangalore, and then to Chennai. And then there was an opportunity available for me. Some few days were there, spare time. So I was wondering if I could go to Hyderabad. Because we haven't traveled from last so many years, several years. So there were too many ifs and buts. So one thing was there within me, that I wanted to visit these places, and so I found that when I call one person, he says, I'm out of this business life and I'm into something else now. Okay, fine, no problem. But I know someone who can handle the situation, and he can take care of your, especially he can gather people and you can have such a, said, excellent, fine. And then it went on. And then that's how it got connected, and it was good. Finally, it was done. But one thing is there. We ultimately come to know that in this bunch of uncertainties, there is an order of Vyavati Shakti, which we must be willing to accept it, whatever said and done, or whatever come, I mean, what we say, come what may. You should be ready for any situation. I'll try to narrate one thing. It is very important. I believe that has helped me a lot all my life. You know, I was working in Larsen and Toubro, and I had just finished 3 years, less than 3 years. And prevailing that time, the rules were like, you can have a foreign visit only if you have completed 3 years of your service, which was not. I had not finished 3 years. Some 3-4 months or some 6 months were still there. But the way I was working on different projects, my boss was very much happy and had a lot of confidence in me, fulfilling the target which was necessary for some other job, which I was not handling. Someone else, I mean, my parallel guy was handling that. And one good day, he just called me and said, do you have passport? I said, no. What? You don't have a passport? You're working in a project department where it can be necessary to go anywhere, anytime. I said, sorry, but I don't have. And he called one of our colleagues and said, hey, come here. This guy doesn't have a passport. Please, please. On war footing, we had to get his passport first. I said, where am I going? That's not your problem. That was good. So in just 1 week time, I got my passport. And another 15 days, I had to leave. But what my boss told is very important. He said, this is Larsen and Toubro. Anything can happen anytime. Although you have been assigned for this job, and it would be some kind of 6 weeks job, and certain things you'll have to do. But then until your plane takes off, you keep your fingers crossed. You know what does that mean?
Yeah,
Until my plane takes off, there is every possibility that my program can get cancelled.
Cancel.
I said, okay, no problem. In fact, I was never thinking in those lines actually. But he had faced the situation, which I didn't know when I came back from after finishing my journey, finishing my work assignment. That then he narrated the whole thing, why I told you to keep your fingers crossed and all that. But then I just kept those words in my mind, and then the day came. Uh, I bought my ticket, and it was Friday. And next day I had to fly. So I remember his words. I went to the airport. I said, nobody's there to tell me go back home. And then I passed through, I checked in. I went to the security. At the waiting line, nobody came, no announcement. And then we started boarding. I was into the plane. I said, no announcement, nobody's calling my name. I was very, very conscious and very alert to listen to any announcement like that. Finally, my plane was on the tarmac, ready for taking off. I'm going to that location and then flying off. I said, it is possible that L&T can instruct the airline and said, we want our man back. There is a serious emergency and whatnot. But still I had kept my fingers crossed. And then when finally the plane took off, I said, I'm gone, like that. So, this thing, in any of my interaction, any of my decision, any of my program, any of my plan, any schedule, even while I'm making a schedule, this keep your fingers crossed, always comes in my mind. And there is every possibility that you're about to board your train or plane, or you're about to leave for the program, and something happens and your program changes. And it is a wonderful experience that I am like almost ready for any eventuality. Even when I asked for booking my tickets, then I'm ready. And that's how I had to go from Pune to Chennai. But then one who was booking my ticket, he said, I got one ticket to Bangalore and I have booked, because there is no train going to Chennai from Pune, and that means you don't have any room in any train. But I can make some arrangement so that you can go from Bangalore to Chennai further. Oh, never mind. So let me check up. Let me check with Bangalore people whether I can prepone my visit to Bangalore, and then afterwards I visit Chennai. Everything went well. So in short, what I would say, that experience with my first job and my boss was very nice. And in fact, when I returned, I came to know that everyone was against this decision. But my boss, or my immediate boss, whom I reported, he was very happy with my work and confident. And it was a very tricky job. Those were principals who offered us the technology. They were fulfilling some engineering documentation for which they were charging 3-man months. 3-man month. What it means, 1 man working for 3 months. And our boss, our head of the department, had committed, my boy will come and he'll finish in 6 weeks' time. So they were very shocked. They said, what? 6 weeks? Yes, yes. I have very smart people at our place. I didn't know that, let me tell you. And I returned, I came to know. And I was not on the job also. But somehow my boss was very confident in me and he said, he's the one, I want him to undertake this assignment. And they were not agreeing, the other department people. They said he's junior, he has no experience and all that stuff. But boss said, if you want me to take the responsibility, I want him to go and finish the job. And everything went very well. But the thing that he had kept, he said, keep your fingers crossed, has helped me so much, so much. And in fact, in all aspects of my life, I would say, these crossed fingers always come in my mind and I'm always ready. And that's how, when you're ready for any eventuality, I believe that itself keeps you very happy and peaceful within yourself and ready for anything. Takes it.
Okay. Yeah. This kind of situation comes of many, many days. Like I have been in
Yes,
the thousands of situations like this in my career.
yeah, but that was my
Ashok
first
bhai,
experience of my first job. And
it's
first
always the first
experience.
thing, yeah.
And I mean, it was good, whatever it was. But things that one thing is there. I learned one thing very
Oh, yeah.
clearly. You know, your first job experience and your first boss whom you come across, if he is having a sound personality, sound
Judgment.
good management skill, managing people, he really makes you a perfect person.
Right.
Really, really, really. And you know, the best thing what Dada had said, which I learned afterwards, going through Satsang and all that, Dada had said, I always fought with my superiors for my juniors. I never fought for myself, Dada said. And when I took care of my juniors, my superiors always took care of me. That's what I mean. My boss used to take care of me. I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable. And that's how that has helped me. Um, I also take care of my juniors as far as possible, to the best of my ability and understanding. I don't make them feel hurt, whatever best. That's what. So, and what
Okay.
the way Dada had said, it is good. I
Very
mean,
good,
someone who
Deepakanandji.
is dependent on you, if you take care of them, it is great.
Yeah.
And boss, there always wants you must fight for your juniors. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Satyan. Ashok bhai.
Yeah, Jai Sachidan, everyone.
Jai
Jai
Satyan.
Sachidan, Deepakanandji.
Jai
Yeah, I
Sachidanand.
want to share the option to share.
Yeah, Karo.
Yeah, just a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, this has that Manushya ko gali nahi pahunchti, Bhagwan ko pahunchti. Means the abuse doesn't reach the person, it reaches the God within. Regarding this, I want to ask question. Should I ask?
Okay, before that, Deepakanandji, can you translate the whole thing in English?
Okay.
Can you translate into English the whole thing?
If you intend to be happy, if you intend to be happy in this world, then you should not insult or belittle or hurt anyone. So
have contempt
And normally, if you do this, then
strong
that person, although an individual, he is God. Because God resides in every living being. We are not hurting or abusing any human, and it doesn't reach the person, it reaches the inner God. That's what it says.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So now that last thing which you said, that it doesn't reach the person, it is the inner God. So, but the thing is that what I was thinking is that the God is Vitrag. So doesn't it reach the ego? In actuality.
Let us understand what Dada has said. When this thing was narrated by Dada, he said, the body of any individual is machine. It has nothing to do with any living aspect. And God inside is also absolutely impartial. What he said, he is Vitra. Now, when you hurt anyone or abuse anyone or do any injustice to anyone, in principle, it reaches the inner God. Why? And that inner God is absolutely impartial. It doesn't accept anything. It doesn't even reject anything. So what Dada has said, whatever you are doing to others, it reflects back onto you. So you be vigilant and careful handling people. You understand that?
Yeah, it reflects back on us. Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I
Yes,
can.
yes, yes.
It reflects back on us because God, the inner God doesn't accept.
Yes. So one of the example is, if that person is awake and in senses, he may retaliate. But imagine if that person is fallen asleep or the person is not present here, and you are thinking negative about that person, then we feel it. One thing is that it reaches the person, and the effect of that is it reflects back on you. So one good thing with that, I have said, anything that leaves this body outside, anything that leaves out from this body will come back to you for settlement. To you into this body. So if we try to analyze what the case of Lord Mahavira, when he was sitting meditating what was happening with Vardhaman Swami, he as Mahavir Bhagwan, which is seeing and knowing quality, all of a sudden the cow herdman came and he said, okay, take care of my boots. Come on. He never responded to any of his saying, but he said, I'm here contemplating, meditating on what is Vardhaman Swami doing. So he never paid any attention where these people are going. And so he just went away. And those bulls were grazing, and while grazing, they just went away further and further. So they were out of sight. And when the cowherd came and he said, where are my bulls? So Lord Mahavira never opened his eyes. He said, inside. I never committed to take care of the bulls. But then what happened? That guy was so mad. He says, it looks like your attitude has changed. Your intention is to take away my bulls and all whatnot. And in his rage, in his anger, he just picked those sharp grass, like very sharp, hard weeds, And he tears in his eyes, are you not listening to me? What am I saying? And the moment it
Yeah,
pierced
the
him, it
sharp.
hurt him, he came to know that what was done when he was Vasudeva, first Vasudeva, so many lives back, wherein he was a king, a Vasudeva Narayana, and before sleeping, he told his bedside maid that, okay, when I go to sleep, uh, turn off, stop all the singers who were, playing, the musicians who were playing the music for the king. But that bedside maid got lost in the music, and when the king woke up, he found that, oh, my orders were not followed. In the rage, he got mad and he ordered his people to put boiling lead in his ears. He's so much interested in listening. Now let me see, how are you going to listen and all that. But the bedside maid died. And somehow he felt bad. Oh my God, it was not right. And this little, I would say, confession or apology or forgiveness, he felt bad. And he asked for forgiveness. Oh, I'm sorry for that. You know, what was done and what he got is totally like 180-degree opposite. He poured boiling lead in that guy's ears, and he got just those sharp weeds. And even after, hurting him, doing that, he was alive, but that person, he had died. So we can understand the power of pratikraman, power of forgiveness. And secondly, anything done, you will have to pay a price for that. But it was this
What
relative
my
being
question is,
which was there, committed, that experiment was, ignorant experiment was conducted by Vasudeva then, and now it has come here as Vardhaman Swami. So what had gone out returned now.
Yeah, that is right what you said. But what my question is that the abuse, it reaches actually the ego of the other person, right? Is it correct?
That is also there. That's what I said. If it reaches the ego, and if that ego and that person is powerful, he will retaliate, he will react. But ultimately, what happens, it reaches the inner God, which doesn't receive anything because the inner God is impartial, and it returns back to you. That is
returns back to. So means because say the inner God it reaches, I understood, okay, because but he doesn't accept, the inner God doesn't accept. So because he is impartial, but the ego is not impartial, so the ego will react. Is it correct?
Again, I will repeat that. Ego in its capacity will react outside if he is capable, or he will react inside. Okay?
Sorry,
but what has gone,
once again.
What has gone when it reaches God, what it says, because the retaliation will be there on the spot also. But finally, it will come back to you. So that's why it is
it will come back by the other person's ego, right? It will come back by other person's ego.
Whatever way, it will come back to you as suffering, like how it came to Lord Mahavira.
Okay. And in the same thing that means if the other person is not a Mahatma, or means or a realized person, or a initiated person, so he can even bind enmity where with us, right? Even if we
It's all possible. That's all possible. That's what I'm saying. It is
Even
not
in
important
Akaram,
whether the person
yeah.
is enlightened or a layman. It doesn't matter. It has gone out from here. It will return back here for settlement.
Settlement. Okay. And one more thing today, you have sent this PDF. In that one sentence is not clear. The power of innumerable Indras is insignificant. Should I share that?
It's insignificant.
Yeah, is insignificant as compared to the power of small finger of a Tirthankara.
Yeah, so
What they want to say, I want to understand. What is the exact
power
meaning
of innumerable Indras. Now, Indra's power we have understood in that. Get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, it. Kashyap, put it on.
Should I put it?
Read this. I got it.
Yeah,
already.
yeah. This is
Right?
this is what I.
So that terrible power is nothing as compared to power of the small finger of a Tirthankara.
Miss, what is the small finger of Tirtha? Miss, what is saying that it's very
finger. Small finger is this little finger.
Okay. Yeah, so it's very insignificant. Yeah, comparatively.
That is nothing compared to the power of the small finger of a Tirthankara.
So what they want to say, Miss Tirthankara is very powerful, or what is the
Yes, physically, I'm talking about his physical power. So it's like you should not mess around with such people. The idea is that don't miscalculate or underestimate these people. They deserve that respect, ultimate respect, and obeisance.
Thank you.
It's like, we always bow to power. When we come to know that, he's such powerful, forget it. You can't mess around with that person. So that's how it opens that respect. There is such a powerful person, and since he is so humble, that's what we have to understand.
Yes. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand, Deepakanandji, Jai Satchidanand, Rajnikant, Dada.
Jai Satchidanand.
I had this question about memory. What Dada has said about memory, when he says that memory is mainly because of rag and dvesh, and he says it exists because of rag and dvesh, and also he says it arises for its spontaneous resolution. That is, we are supposed to you remember because you have the link to the rag and dvesh, and you repent for it and make a firm resolve never to repeat that mistake and thus erase it. Now I'm able to understand that when I think about some like bad memories or anything, people might have offended you or anything, and you do pratikaman for that. So I tried doing it, and I keep doing it for at least memories which are like very which are they're very, very strong memories, or memories which you have not forgotten. But now I've realized that even the ones which are good memories, will they stay as it is? What I mean is it possible to completely erase it? Or you might just think about something, like even if it's a bad memory, you might not have any kind of dvesh when you think about it, or it might not have any, you will not have any reaction to it, but it'll still remain there, right? I'm not able to understand how you can just erase that.
Actually, the idea behind this is any memory is outcome of past likes or dislikes. Anything or any individual for whom you don't have any likes or dislikes, you will never remember, that person will never come to you, or it will never haunt your memory.
Yes.
That's the idea. And the moment we remember someone or some situation, then immediately all the effects associated with that person or that situation pops up, and maybe it had happened 10 years back, 50 years back, but it has its effect even now. Because those situations, what you passed through in the past, although they are not physically present here now, but that memory will bring the agony and good and bad aspect both of that situation or that person. So, and that's going to react now. It will, you will have a reaction also. Now, to get away with the reactions, what is said, the principle of forgiveness, the outcome of forgiveness is it removes your memory. It frees you from those likes and dislikes. And, along with such memories and what such likes and dislikes or the situation we pass through, at that time, we always make some decision that I will do this or do that. If it is likes, then it will be positive. If it is dislike, then it will be negative. So if it is likes, then it is meritorious. And if it is not, then it is non-meritorious, or it will be suffering type. Good deeds and bad deeds. And the outcome of the good and bad is, good is it will happen as per your desire. You will face happiness, come across happiness. And the outcome of negative or bad deeds is things will not happen as per your desire. You will be suffering. Right? So ultimately, it ends up you suffering in every situation, because every situation is outcome of ignorant projection, which could be positive or negative. So it will either end up with happiness, or it will end up in unhappiness. Correct? So we want to get away from both likes and dislikes and become with raga, free from likes and dislikes. So the first step towards all this, especially we'll get rid of all the unhappiness stuff. And finally, because unhappiness part or bad deeds, outcome of bad deeds gets corrected through forgiveness, and outcome of good deeds happen through understanding the science, that you are not the one who rejoice or enjoy the fruits of the punya karma or meritorious deeds, right? And along with that, the way we said that you always end up doing something that is associated karma. Karma, in the sense, it will make you do something, the outcome of which will be positive or negative. So the likes and dislike part will get eliminated the way I explained. And finally, we resolve, I will never do it again. So we are making our intellect decide that I will not do it again. So, because the decision-making faculty within us is intellect. And when we resolve, I will not do it again, come what may, the outcome is no matter what, because today it is decided from the past that in this such situation, I will do this. Now, like someone may say, oh, I will not use harsh words, I will not use bad words. I may scold, I don't waste time, I just hit them hard. So this decision, in any situation, if a person with such mindset, if he comes across any situation, then his immediate response will be, he'll never try to make understand the other person. The 1, 2, and 3. Because of his past decision to handle situations like this way. And when he comes across such situation and he reacts like this, so he understands, oh, this is what was my past rejection. So now what he or she does, ask for forgiveness and then resolve, come what may, I will not hurt anyone. At least physically, I will never use that result, but I will try to make the other person understand. And if necessary, I may scold, but no way beating, no way. So that's how it changes. And finally, that's how things change. Did you understand that?
Yeah, I got it. So I understood that. And suppose I've been doing pratikraman for something which happened in the past. And now when I think about it, I'm neutral. I don't feel anything. Does it mean I have to keep doing it because it is still in the memory?
If it bothers you,
That's
if
fine.
it bothers you, then you have to do pratikram. What it means, if it has remained in your mind,
Yes,
it will
yes.
keep popping up,
Hmm.
right? So if it pops up and bothers you, then you have to further do pratikram and ask for forgiveness until it gets totally eradicated.
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
It's like, if someone has put something
See,
and it is there in your body self, Sailya, how will it get eliminated or eradicated of its own?
hmm.
Do you understand? Unless you do it.
Yes.
So it's like an experiment was performed on Sailya previously, due to which Sailya has all these. Sailya have all these things.
Yes, yes.
And when it comes out in different situations where Sailya come across, you come to know what is there in Sailya.
Yes.
So now it will not get emptied out because the source, the cause is still there.
Yes.
And this is just outcome, result of that seed.
Yes. Hmm.
So that's why it is said, you eliminate your gross mistakes, you go to settle, you go to settler, and finally go to the subtlest. Now, subtlest is the belief part which you will reach after finishing the 3. Gross, settler, and finally you will reach the subtlest. So, and it's not burdensome. You don't have to hunt for those mistakes. When you come across different situations, they will just happen. It will just pop up and gives you even enough opportunity to see, to correct, and resolve.
Yes, I got it.
Jai Satchidanand.
Yes, Sachidanand. Very nice.
Thanks,
Very nice.
Satchidanand.
So we should never get away from asking for forgiveness.
Yes, long way to go. Hmm. Thank you.
Jai
It is
Satchidanand.
part of our life.
Okay, Ben?
Jai Satchidanand
Jai
Deepakanandji.
Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand
Jai
Sarve
Satchidanand.
Mahatma. I have a question from that pad I just sent you. Satsang che पुण्य संचालित चाहु अभ्युदय आनुषंगिक.
Okay.
प्रतीति अनुभव छे जागृतक.
Hold on.
Yes.
Okay.
सत्संग छे पुण्य संचालित चाहु अभ्युदय आनुषंगिक pratiti
Okay.
anubhav che. So this is in, I want to understand the meaning, the word abhyuday, sanchalit, anushangik. There's so many.
Okay. This is what it gives the benefit of our satsang. What is the benefit of satsang? It brings punya, that is good deeds, in relation to moksha, that is liberation. At the same time, it gives us, it upgrades our relative worldly life also, both. Abhyuday is in relation to liberation and anusangik in relation to worldly matter, relative. Okay.
What is abhyuday means? Again, please. Abhyuday.
Abhyuday is in relation to moksha, that is liberation. And
Okay.
anusangik is in relation to our worldly matters. It upgrades our living, worldly living.
Okay.
And the outcome of this satsang is, I have acquired a doubtless belief with experience leading to that high level of vigilance. And that's how I desire the worldly benefit and liberation.
Hmm.
Okay.
Then I have further question. Okay, I got that. Okay, I got that. Pratikshan ullase means all the time that.
Every moment I am overwhelmed with joy.
Understanding this with this principle.
Okay.
Manu avachya amrutdan. So all the time is that
I enjoy the boon what I got from Dada Bhagwan and his science, which I can't express in words.
So we are just worshipping his science and any understanding. With,
what is it? We are worshipping what?
When the third is saying Bhakti Vinay Sangha Arpanata Swikaru Su Bhavo Darpanana.
What it says, worshipping Vinay is respect and with devotion. Okay. Please accept my.
So what is devotion?
Please accept my respect, obeisance, and respect. I mean, accept my surrender, devotion, dedication.
So devotion sometimes it doesn't, even though when you want 100% devotion, it doesn't comes in presence you, in your front of you, in your samaj. So even your devotion, your conviction is there, but when it, so how you resolve
It's only
that?
when you come to know the person's status or his state of being, then that devotion will naturally come to you. It is not by doing, it will not like, it's like when I come to know that what Dada has given me and what can I give him in return. There's nothing I can give him in return. So with that devotion and surrender, I will accept whatever he has said and I will not cross his boundaries. Okay.
Okay, little further, I have one more. It's saying Shruta Gnan. અને આગળ છે સ્થિરતામાં જ હિમાચલનું હેમ. સ્થિરતામાં હિમાચલનું હેમ. So સ્થિરતામાં means to stay in my pure.
It ends in that inner stability and inner peace, wherein there is no evidence of any pain. Himachal him means like how you have this ice and how it cools and gives you that cold. But here it is in relation to that inner peace and happiness, bliss.
Okay. Okay. And the last one is says Shruta Jnanache Mukti Aradit.
So what I heard from Dada Bhagwan through his enlightened words, which gave me liberation. So I worship all those what he has said, and ultimately it will result into upgrading my worldly life. At the same time, I will attain liberation.
So all these are staying in Satsang means to stay with my.
As I am pure soul.
Hmm.
If you stay as pure soul, then that's your ultimate satsang. It will upgrade, it will elevate your worldly life also. At the same time, you will attain liberation. Ultimately, you will attain liberation.
It's very good. So that's what the bhav is. That's what conviction and the strong bhav that I want to stay. So further, there is
Stay
one
as pure
more.
soul.
I'm sorry?
Stay as pure soul. Right.
I have one more question. It says Chaitanya etle જ્ઞાન અને દર્શન. ચૈતન્ય એટલે હાલાહાલ કરે, ઉઠ બેસ કરે, દોડધામ કરે, એ ચૈતન્ય નથી. I also send you that quote just a few
What
minutes
it
ago.
means, our idea of Chaitanya is sensitive. But here Chaitanya means one which has the quality of perception and knowledge. It has nothing to do with its mobility. You understand? The understanding is someone or something is understood as Chaitan, as living if it is moving. But then even mechanical stuff also moves. So that's why it is said the body is mechanical Chaitan.
Yes.
And pure soul is pure Chaitan. Okay.
So it says further that the result of that, which is the sukh, that Chaitan.
Come again. What is it?
Okay, the whole thing is saying Chaitanya. I'm saying that in Gujarati because it's in Gujarati. Chaitanya એટલે હાલાહાલ કરે, ઉઠ બેસ કરે, દોડાધામ કરે.
That's no mechanical.
No.
Not mechanism.
Right.
Chaitanya means that which is
જ્ઞાન
power of perception and knowledge.
એનાથી પરિણામ ઊભું થતું પરિણામ સુખ એને ચેતન કહેવાય.
Yes, the outcome of perception and knowledge is bliss.
Yes, bliss. અને ત્યારે પરમ જ્યોતિ સ્વરૂપ ચૈતન્ય કહેવાય. એટલે we are progressing in that.
We are heading, yes.
We are progressing
on our way.
Yeah, haju to journey, going through that. See all this physical up and down.
That's not yours. That is Kirtiben. Why do you mess around with Kirtiben? That's what Meera is saying.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Kirti?
Jai Sachidanand.
You know, one good thing what Dada has explained, the way he has explained. Do you have anything to do with what happened to your neighbor, next door neighbor? If anything good happens, then they are happy. Anything bad happens, unfortunate. What could happen?
Yes.
Bad times. That's all. And you enjoy your tea, everything at home nicely. In the same way, you have to live like this with your own body self neighbor. But that's not that easy, but it's not difficult at the same time. Because with this understanding and satsang and with this contemplation what Dada has given, reciting qualities of pure soul during the day, it really helps us stay as pure soul as I am.
Yeah, there is a fear always sometimes comes in there.
What fear? That fear is not applicable to me. Fear is all quality of the relative, that is fleeting.
Yes, that's true. So just stay focused.
Anything that happens is body self part. Anything related to knowledge, understanding, and experience is pure soul side. And that's I am. Period.
Yeah. You have to just believe in that. Yes.
The only thing is that, we have, it is because of the past ignorant projection, the effects of that keeps coming. But that moment, just a moment. But that is not your stuff. Whatever it is, like how the Lord Mahavira perceived Vardhaman Swami and remained separate, remained aloof, remained unaffected, although he was not allowed to sleep also all night at times, and several nights that had happened. Just imagine. Several nights, not one or two. And we get upset. Anytime. It's like we are learning.
Okay.
So it's like don't take any burden of Kittiben on your head. Not applicable.
Not
You
applicable.
understand that?
Not touch. Yes, it's not me.
Not mine.
Not mine.
It is not mine. Doesn't belong to me.
Okay. Jai
So
Sachidanand.
that's why, at times you can spend time by saying, whatever that comes in your memory, it's not mine. It's not mine. It's not mine.
Yeah. It's not
Then
mine.
what
It's not
will
mine.
be left with, you'll be left with I am. And that's pure soul, who I am.
Yeah.
We talk all this, but then you have to conduct that experiment for your own self.
Yes.
It's like you may say, I can prepare good recipe, but then unless you make that stuff, you will not realize, and then you will not relish also what you make.
Okay.
So that is the process. So it's like we don't want to be a talking satsang, we want to be a living satsang,
Yes.
and that will be Dada.
Yes.
And to that matter, it will be Lord Krishna, it will be Lord Rama, it will be Lord Mahavira, anybody, correct?
Yes.
Our problem is we are too sensitive. At times we are too emotional, and those things really matter. And With that, we thoroughly get disturbed many a time. Jai Sachidanand.
Right. Okay.
Oh, Meera.
Oh, Jai
What's today?
Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand, Deepak Bhai, Deepakanandji, Jai Sachidanand, Raji Kaka, Jai Sachidanand, everyone,
Jai
everyone.
Sachidanand.
I wanted to ask one question. Actually, it's two parts, but one question. So, in the Charan Vidhi, it says, let me read that one. Let me read it. Basically, I'll give you an example. Give me one example. One minute. I'm so sorry. So the thing is, in the Charan Vidhi, it says, "Apni vritti age mari vritti raho. Apno swabhav age maro swabhav raho." So basically, we are saying that swabhav, how Dada
Nature.
So no, but my question is, in this interim state, okay, so in Dada state, in that I am state, if Meera should be, I am watching Meera say these things because this is a tape recorder of Meera. This is what is happening, and I am
That's
seeing.
wrong.
No.
That's wrong.
Correct.
That's wrong.
Perfect. Tell me. Now, see, you got my question.
You are contemplating. It's your contemplation of the quality of pure soul and Dada Bhagwan which you want within you. And when you are saying one is on the relative side, which is inclination, and nature is on the real side. We are contemplating both sides. One is on the relative side, which is all our inclinations, meaning what it says, what it means, that all our relative worldly dealings are in relation to settlement of account only, karmic account. So that's what the inclination means. No inclination towards relishing the five sense happiness. And if that is there, it is not mine, it is Meera's. If she wants, she can stay there. I have no problem, I have no trouble with Meera. That's not my department. That's not me.
So if Meera makes a very strong conviction, I don't want to harm anyone.
She can't make any conviction. You are making a conviction.
Okay.
You are just making use. You are making use of Meera.
Correct.
What you are deciding inside is getting reflected in Meera.
So,
but what is happening is inside. Meera is machine. Meera is machine.
My question,
machine which is going to get cremated. But Meera, you will come to know, observing Meera, what is your belief, your inner belief part. All your perfection or imperfection gets reflected in Meera.
So, question, that is the subtle point of my question, and you're getting it, Deepakanandji. I'm so I am saying I do not want to harm anyone. That is Shuddhatma. Meera, I watch Meera sometimes.
Once again, one minute, come again.
Shuddhatma. I do not want to harm anyone. I want to stay.
How come Shuddhatma is coming in picture?
But that's why I'm asking. If Meera's coming, let's say a file is coming in front of Meera. Wait,
Number one. Okay.
If a file is coming in front of Meera, this is a known file, a closed file, let's say. That file is coming in front of Meera. Meera has done pratikraman in the past because Meera has heard that file. And now I am like a good neighbor. I'm telling Meera, you need to do pratikraman to this file because you have heard this file before. Okay, that moves on. But next time this file comes in front of Meera, that same stuff is coming out of Meera's mouth. And I say, Meera, did you not learn this or should I remain back and watch
No,
Meera?
she tells you, you are not made me learn this.
Okay.
It's like you spend little time with your kids and then say, why don't you know all this? The kids will say, Mama, you are not spending enough time with us. You understand?
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
like, what Meera has got from the past is so much. So you will have to do that much to correct Meera.
Yes.
So just
Yeah.
by interacting once or twice or like few times, you can't expect Meera to become perfect.
Yes.
Right? So all imperfections of Meera is because of you. Relative viewpoint. Correct?
Correct.
So it is your duty by relative viewpoint to fix Meera perfect, make her perfect, which you will do through relative viewpoint purusha or relative viewpoint correction. The idea is that same I is there, intermediate enlightened state. It works two ways. One way, it is on the real side, which it uses the power of pure soul through Prajna Shakti to observe Meera, what she's doing. And from that, what she does, other from what she do, you come to know outside Meera's shortcoming, at the same time, her inner beliefs also. So for whatever shortcomings which Meera is having outside, that is physically, you will do pratikraman for that. And whatever the belief part is there, you do pratikraman at the same time, resolution also, pratyakyan also. So that will change her belief. And as much beliefs of inner Meera changes, it will get reflected on outer Meera. But then that inner Meera's belief cannot change of its own. How can it change? It's like if I have put here like this, unless I put it like this, it will not change. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
That's what we have to understand. So whatever experiment, ignorant experiment that was conducted on Meera in the past lives, what is Meera today is today. What you see today is here today. So whatever imperfection, what you see today is outcome of past ignorant projection. So now with this wisdom of knowledge, you will correct Meera as indicated by Dada Bhagwan. His 9 diamonds, the 5 solemn vows, whatever. What it means, Meera's relative dealing should become 100% non-violent, which is not today. But with that, you don't get upset because it's not mine. Meera is not my baby. But since it is there with me, people say it is your baby. So we also accept, okay, it's my baby. But that doesn't take away your liberated state. Absolute liberated state, which Dada has given us in our palm. Did you understand that? I am pure soul with total decision and firm conviction. But that enlightened absolute state doesn't get endorsed unless Meera becomes normal and perfect, for which these 2-3 lives are there, during which Meera will become perfect. So that's how all imperfections of Meera is not because of you. You means who? Your inner enlightened state today. Also not of I am Meera. Because you have not caused Meera. Someone has caused Meera and passed away and left you with Meera. And you are claiming I am Meera. Whose problem it is?
That
Do you
person.
understand that?
Yes, yes.
And you say, I'm a lady, I'm so many years old, I'm sick, I'm tall, I'm healthy, I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm Zoom Indian and whatnot. All attributes of Meera, they don't belong to me.
Correct.
They are of Meera. But one thing is there, we understand all imperfections of Meera, and it is our duty by relative viewpoint to fix Meera and make her normal and perfect. That's it. And that's no burden. Did you find it difficult to raise your children?
Is this a trick question? If it is
Did
trick
you find
question,
it difficult to
Yes.
raise your children?
only when I think that Meera is raising the children, Meera feels it's very difficult.
You know, we claim as if we pump them and make them big.
Mm.
They're just growing. They are part of the nature.
True, true, true.
You are like caretaking agency.
Correct,
That's it.
correct, correct.
And just because of your care and what is it, they are grown. They have grown. Your motherly care, your concern, and that's how they have grown. Same way, your motherly care and concern, you have to make Meera perfect.
Okay.
Complete 9-diamond, complete non-violent. And that's not difficult. But you must free yourself from all emotions. Gradually it will happen. Because with the type of body you have, that virus is always there with you. So you can't get away with that. But it doesn't matter. Gradually that will also happen, that you become very strong emotionally also. And still you will not do any injustice to Meera. Your compassion will gradually grow day by day. And as much compassionate you are with Meera, you will become compassionate with others also. Naturally. Because as much you understand Meera, you will understand others also. You also understand how helpless you are at times when Meera is not changing, even after putting all your efforts. In the same way, you will understand why others are not changing even after putting all your efforts. So that acceptance will be there, and that inner strength will also there, that I have not done enough to correct Meera. So I better do little more. That's what. And you know, you move your, how many tons car? These cars are so heavy nowadays. But you just move steering, press the accelerator, use the brakes, and you know, such a heavy car, SUV and what not. You just move. You understand?
Yes.
That is
Yes.
why we have to understand.
Yes.
You don't have to be after Meera like that, but pick those, the steering, the accelerator and the brake of Meera, and it will happen. Like, you know, when you steer your car, there is a brief time from the moment you have turned your steering and it gets affected in on the car. There is a transmission loss, you can say. It doesn't happen immediately. After you move, the mechanism moves further and moves the car. Right?
Yes, yes.
If you are told to turn your car without steering, is it possible?
No, no.
But with steering,
No.
it's so easy. Same way, here we are not, you don't have to do, you decide and it will happen.
Okay.
Because what is happening today within Meera is because of those ignorant decisions only. projected decisions of doership. I will beat you up. So now my actions of beating will happen. And I decide, no, come what may, I will not beat up anyone. Sorry.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that will stop.
Yes.
Right? So in your intermediate enlightened state, on one side, you use the same eye, use the light of pure soul to Prajna Shakti to observe Meera, outside Meera, and keep correcting her. Inside Meera, with all her wrong beliefs, leftover wrong beliefs.
Correct.
Other than
Correct.
I am Meera.
Correct. Correct.
Those bunch of wrong beliefs need to be understood, needs to be corrected.
Yes.
Now, but just by single correction, it's not going to reflect on Meera.
Correct.
Because this is Kali Yuga. Whatever you
Yes.
do inside doesn't get reflected on Meera right away. Only part of it will get reflected. So for the rest of it, you'll have to do pratikraman.
Okay. Okay. I'll
And
do.
resolve.
Yes.
And resolve.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I want it this way only. And
Only.
that will get reflected in a causal form, and it will bring it out in the future body.
Okay.
You are causing a new Pratishtita Atma based on Agna following.
Correct.
You are not causing a worldly Pratishtita Atma.
Correct.
You are causing a wise Pratishtita Atma with 5 Agna wisdom.
Yes. Yes.
Correct?
Yes. Yes.
So that's what.
Yes. Jai Satchidanand Deepakanandji. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lalita, Dr. Lalita, man, you just don't just keep smiling. Okay. Man.
Jai Satchidanand, since you mentioned about the raising the children and pumping, it was, I'm just would like to talk about that quickly. Years ago, when the children were in the middle school, high school, we used to get the Akram Vignan, right? So I used to read that in Gujarati very loudly in the family room. And they come in the kitchen and eat the breakfast, lunch, whatever. They make the snacks. They don't understand everything. But what Dada's Krupas and whatever they understood, they attend so many Dada's Satsang. They played closer to Dada. I was so amazed. So many times when I miss the Dada's drashti, they said, Mom, is this what Dada said? How can you forget? And I just got really surprised that I thought they don't understand Gujarati. My goodness. So, and yesterday what happened? Saumil, the younger son, he doesn't attend any satsang. He doesn't do any of that. Always in my routine prayer that they get the, they come and listen. For dinner, when we got together, all of a sudden, the sentence came, he said, see, what you feed in the past, that's what you're getting. And the karma, this is what the karma you did. And I said, whoa. So I think Dada's presence is here, but the prayers. And I thought, I always have a little thing that why he doesn't come in, but I think he lives, he knows the fundamentals. And ever since he was younger, both, we used to go to satsang in LA and India. They don't, they just play closer there. And this is what Dada's Krupa is. And I just want to share, this is so amazing.
That's true. That's true.
So good.
This teaching path is not any verbal teaching. It is not just limited to verbal teaching only. Because the way we live our life, the way we are talking, we are interacting, we are seeing everything. And apart from that, all our feelings for them, it also works. So It is not just limited to any verbal teaching or organized teaching where you make them sit and listen to what you are saying.
But when I see them involved so much in material things, it really, sometimes it bothers it. Sometimes it's, I said, when will they going to learn? When they going to, that's what his vyavasthit, his personality, his demand. So it just that time, but so I don't know how to handle it, but that's what it just,
you perform what is needed out of you and it will reach them. You don't have to tell them everything. You are not told all your kids, everything what they're doing. Many things they have learned watching you do things. So that's what is important. Because Dada said, come to Satsang and keep watching me what I do. And you learn everything, what a gnani, a person with this wisdom, how does he or she lives. You learn everything, just watching me.
But sometimes it's
watching me do things and listen to what I say. Okay.
So sometimes when they do this certain way they live, it just, it doesn't, I don't.
Whatever. One thing is there. Are we not doing all those things at times? So, if we do anything, it's fine. But if you see your grandchildren doing it, then you feel bad. We also come out of it gradually. So everyone, they have to overcome all their shortcomings one after another. It has not happened overnight. Like Dada had said, we have spent lives together. And in this life, we attain this perfection. But for you, it is a Pravignan, so it's not going to take that long.
So I just quickly. So when they come, the little one, the youngest granddaughter, she want to take all the books. I said, this is in Gujarati. Oh, I'm going to learn. And I gave her the book, and it just, but see, that's what it is. So I'm worshipping, I'm praying that all this, whoever came in my surrounding, get the utmost understanding.
Correct. That's true.
That's what my anubhav, and that's what I want to share. Since you mentioned about the family and the children. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Everybody, please unmute. Our time is up. Deepakanandji, 3 mantra, please.
Jai Satchidanand. Namo Vitragai.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vatsayanam.
Namo Vatsayanam.
Namo Loe Sahunam.
Namo Loe Sahunam.
It's not Lohe, it is Loe. Eso Panchana Mukkaro.
Eso Panchana Mukkaro.
Savvapava Pranashano.
Savvapava
Mangalanam cha Savvesim.
Mangalanam Savvesim.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand
Satchidanand.
Deepakanandji.
Jai Satchidanand.
Hold on, hold
Jai
on, hold on, hold on.
Satchidanand.
Stand by all Mahatmas.
Jai Satchidanand Deepakanandji.
Me
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hold on.
Next program, Deepakanandji.
Huh?
Next satsang. Next satsang. Next satsang. Satsang kya hai Nagbab? Kallo.
And now, okay, sorry for that. Tomorrow's section. Tomorrow is Monday. We are starting with a new week, and we go ahead morning 6:30. After we leave 10:15 Gujarati section, 4:30 Kirtan Bhakti and Aarti. Night 9 p.m. we have half an hour with kids and then with adults worldwide section. Please join us. Come with your questions and we'll make the best satsang. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand Deepakanandji. Jai Satchidanand Radhakanbhai. Jai Satchidanand Lalitaban. Jai
Dr. Lalita, Dr. Aruna
Satchidanand.
Ben, Jai
Meeraban. Jai
Satchidanand,
Satchidanand.
Jai
Aruna Ben. Jai
Meera,
Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand Meenakshi Ben.
Nalini Ben, Jai Satchidanand.
Jai